Yeah, hello everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Today I will give you a speech more technical, and I will talk about my work. Yeah. My work is influence people to perform controls in the organization. That is my work. I work the internal control department, and I'd like to explain a little bit for everyone what internal control means. Before to do that, I'd like to tell you a story. It is not a fantasy story, or it's not a tall tale story, it's a real story. There was an American company in 2001. This company called Enron, and it was the 7th biggest company in the United States. It was a huge company. Just to give you an idea, today the size of the company is similar to BMW. It's similar, the turnover, the revenue, it's around 100 billion of euros. So it's more like the size of the BMW. But one day, this company decided to make a lot of accounting frauds. Basically, they inflate the revenue recognition. For example, if they sold a product with $10 the unit, they book it in the accounting $15. They totally, they did a fake financial statement. They omitted a lot of bad debt. Every company has a part of the accounts receivable that the company doesn't expect to receive. Can be 10%, can be 20%, but it's important to show it in the financial statements. And in this case, the company didn't show it. They didn't create any accrual. They didn't create any reserve, And what happened? The company went bankrupt with 23 days. For example, the scandal appeared. We saw a lot about it in the press, and the main executives were arrested, and a lot of people lost their jobs. Thousands of people lost their jobs. So it was a sad situation, and the audit company, the Arthur Andersen, was dissolved, and now we know they became the Accenture and the Deloitte company. So it was a huge scandal, a lot of corruption, a lot of frauds, and because of that, the American Congress, decided to create an act, a law, to avoid this kind of mistake. So in 2002, they created the SOX Act to avoid kind of fraud and basically to make companies create a lot of controls. For example, every company that are listed in the American Stock Exchange should follow this law. It's obligated. You have no option, And basically, what this law says? Basically, this law says that the company should create a governance structure. For example, the company should have audit committee, the company should have internal audit, the company should have a good governance structure to avoid corruption and fraud. Second point, the company needs to create an internal control framework. So basically, reconciliation controls, approval controls, review controls, everything should be in place and should be executed by the company and all employees. And the third point, I think it's the most interesting one because it changed the mentality, Because before it was very common, for example, CEO, CFO, they used to say, okay, there was fraud in my company, but I didn't know. I didn't have knowledge about it. But now it's different. If you are the CEO, if you are the CFO, you are responsible for the company and you are responsible for all the numbers. You have to create a good governance, you have to create good controls to avoid any mistake in the financial statements. So my work, internal control department, I am responsible to manage this governance, the internal control governance through the company. And why is important to do that? Because when you have internal controls, we have accurate and complete financial statements, and it is good for investors because investors feel more comfortable to invest money in the company. Second, is important for consumers because nobody likes to consume products or services from a corrupt company, and of course there is a risk if it is a corrupt company, it can go bankrupt and you can be if doubt its products or services. And third, it's good for the government because the company will pay all taxes properly. So it's good for all society in general. I hope you like it of this talk, and if you have any question, or maybe if you thought an interesting talk, maybe you are thinking in change your occupation, you can talk with me. Thank you.